I don't know what he said, but he ordered a breathalyzer test, and I was put on probation. I wasn't suspected. Must have been difficult for you to tell me all that. Well, give me my daughter back. I need another case. Preferably one I can win.
Miss McCall, your work here is considered restitution. You don't get to pick and choose.
One part of my life I haven't completely fucked up is my record in court. I'd like to keep it that way. This is a goddamn hideous case. I'm a civil defense attorney.
It's essentially a civil action. I'm sure you'll find the rules affecting pleadings and discovery familiar.
Oh, come on. You must have people who are better qualified.
We try to provide destitute women access to the very best legal counsel available. At the moment, the best counsel we have to offer Lacey Stubbs is you. She was just moved from Valley State to CWCF.
Why?
She was moved after being raped repeatedly by a guard.
So you're saying I can't refuse?
Of course you can. And I can refuse to recommend you be taken off probation.
You're all set. Have a great flight. When the cops first arrested her, she says, yeah, she and her friend went over to the victim's house with a rope and a butcher knife, but only to frighten her, and then later things got out of hand, and whoops, she accidentally slit the girl's throat.
Oh, hate when that happens.
Later she changed the story and says the boyfriend did it. Look at her.
She likes to play dress up.
It's a fucking freak show. The D's got the best friend saying Lacey did it, the boyfriend saying Lacey did it, even the victim saying Lacey did it right before she died.
Well, the mind is like...
It's a loser.
Come on, Cate. You're doing great. You really are.
Oh, I feel like shit. You're all set.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Feelings aren't facts. Give me a hug. Just call me every day. Okay? Simple.
Shut up, Tony. Stubbs, we got a visitor.
Do you understand what a habeas petition is? I think so. After you lose all your appeals, you go to the judge. Essentially, you're telling a federal judge that you believe your imprisonment was unconstitutional because the state court that convicted you made a legal or factual error. I've been keeping a list of all mistakes. You have to persuade the judge that there was significant trial error. I didn't kill Jen. Honestly, whether you're guilty or innocent is beside the point. She went out with my boyfriend when I was pregnant. I screamed at her. I said terrible things to her, but I didn't kill her. So why did you tell the cops that you did? Because I didn't want to send my baby Sadie to the gas chamber. Then when I found out he loved me about everything, including ever loving me or the baby, I had to tell the cops the truth. Which is what? The Dory just went over there to scare her. The Dory just lost it. She was screaming in Jen's face and pushed her really hard. Jen hit her head. And I tried to pull her off, but she was just gone. She was straddling her and hacking off her hair with a butcher knife. And there was all this blood. I ran outside to tell Rusty, and he said he'd take care of it. Then a couple of minutes later, they came running out and told me to get in the fucking car. So Rusty killed her? Why would he do that? She was telling everyone he raped her. He was afraid that she'd press charges. Was it true? That he raped her? Knowing Rusty, he raped me on our second date. So why would Dory tell police that it was you? Because I told her to. We were in his trailer and he said that he'd get the death penalty. Make a lighter on a girl. Unfortunately, when you change your story, you look at me like I'm shit. I'm not shit. Maybe I didn't do everything right. Or go to college or have a perfect life like you. But I have a kid out there that I'm not raising because my shitty lawyer let the DA fuck me over and give me life without parole when I wasn't even there. I'll look at your list. too? Just me and Daddy and Blue Dog. I'm gonna have a rainbow room and a fish.
Sounds nice.
We have to take me
To your rainbow room?
for Daddy's new job.
Daddy has a new job?
In Seattle.
You never see her anywhere.
I see her.
Yeah, you're either off having a mental breakdown or you're too busy working.
Well, one of us had to earn some money. I'm sorry, I know I fucked up. But you can't do this. You can't take her to another state. I'm her mom.
You'll always be her mom. I'm just not gonna let you keep hurting her. While you were in rehab, Josh had de facto sole custody. We're working against a mountain of unpleasant evidence.
I've been going to meetings. I'm working this pro bono case so I can get off probation. I'm completely fucking sober except for a cigarette here and there.
Are you seeing Augie?
I'd be seeing a lot more of her if I had any kind of help. This case I'm working on.
Spend time with your kid, Kate. We need to make you a presence in her life again.
I'm having a really tough week this week. Just got a lot of stuff going on, trying to, figure it out. I'm having a really hard time surrendering. I've been, pretending to give up control, but I still want what I want. I still want certain outcomes, So I start bargaining. And then I start making do with God. If you do this for me, I will have another month sober. And then I start feeling guilty about how I'm working my program or how I'm not working my program.
So how is your notorious Lacey Stubbs?
She accused me of being perfect. Oh, it's nice to know I can still fool somebody.
Hey, are you okay?
I got a text from Wilson George. Maybe I should just call him. He's on my list.
The idea isn't to endanger yourself. Why don't you just change your number?
I like my number.
Wilson George may have been cleared, but he is still dangerous.
Have you been treated for alcohol addiction or depression prior to your stay at Clearhaven?
No.
Do you want to tell me about it?
I want to. I was working in a DA's office. This was 12 years ago. I was 12. And I was assigned this, it was a rape murder of a 6-year-old girl. And I'd seen some horrible, awful things, but this one was just beyond. I made it my mission to put this guy away. And so when I got the conviction, I felt great, and then when the jury sentenced him to die, I felt like I did something right. For a long time, I didn't really think about him, except that I was glad that he wasn't out there hurting anybody. And so I was deep into another case. I left the prosecutor's office a few years before, and I got a call. They had tested semen samples taken from the girl's socks. And I guess technology had advanced to where they were able to determine, based on the new DNA evidence, that it wasn't actually Wilson George, and he was innocent. I felt like everything that I knew, everything that I felt good about was wrong, false. They got Dora's testimony, they got Rusty's testimony, and they got the victim's grief-stricken mother standing up there saying her daughter's last words were Lacey did it.
But it's a lie. My lawyer said he spoke to some medical examiner guy that said there's no way Jen could have said I did it because her throat was sliced through.
Who, Ennis? I read his testimony, that's not what he said in court.
I know, but that's what he told my lawyer. So there's no way she could say anything.
Dr. Ennis?
Yes.
You do consulting work on trials?
Yes, that's right. Excuse me.
So I could hire you to give testimony?
Well, we work primarily with law enforcement, police, DA's office mainly.
And they keep you busy enough?
Oh, yeah, they keep us real busy. I'd say 99.9% of our work comes from law enforcement.
So, you wouldn't just change your opinion because somebody called you and asked you to? Like, say one of the DAs who gives you all that business?
No, of course not.
Because 5 years ago, you told Lacey Stubbs' lawyer that Jennifer Cole couldn't have spoken. And then in court, you changed your mind and said she could have spoken in a somewhat slurred, less intelligible manner. Sounds like a pretty big change, don't you think? Says the DA admitted to calling you, and then when the judge asked if you felt threatened or intimidated, you said no.
That's right.
Even though 99.9% of your business was at stake?
You should leave now.
So they tampered with
It sure so looks like it. This isn't a simple appeal. I need to reinvestigate the damn case. I don't have a big money firm backing me here. No in-house PI, no team of paralegals. I don't even have an office.
There he is. Now doesn't that just scream serenity?
Criminal defense is your world. What, you're not gonna answer me?
Was there a question back there, something?
I need to find out what rock Rusty Burker crawled under after he served his whopping 3 months.
3 months for accessory to murder.
Hindering apprehension. DA cut him a sweetheart deal. He's just for testifying against Lacey. And I need to talk to Dory Booth.
Are you asking me for help?
Like you're so busy.
What do I get?
My undying love and continued esteem.
Oh,
Fine, I'll blow you.
that was
So, I supported Josh for years while he was trying to get this video game launched and that project built. Hold on. Who is it?
Hey, where were you?
Sorry. So I support him and I'm the deadbeat? It's wrong. And I guess I was hoping that you guys could talk some sense into him. I don't want to...
Missed you tonight.
I don't want to talk for hours and hours on your machine. But I love you both, and I hope we can talk soon. Josh's parents won't even pick up the phone. I'm ranting on their voicemail.
A meeting is like a raffle. You must be present to win.
Are you trying to make me jump out of the fucking window?
Did you eat?
I had a yogurt. Made me feel so much better.
One of my other sponsees made me a lovely batch of soup.
Seriously, did you just come over here to guilt trip me?
No. Okay. I came here to enable you.
Okay.
Both Dory and Rusty are still guests of the state. Dory won't talk, or doesn't want to talk, but Rusty is willing. For a small fee.
Rusty's still in jail?
Yes, he is. Apparently he and the DA are no longer sweethearts.
Lacey and Dory don't agree on much, but they both say that you drove them to the condo.
Yeah, I dropped them off.
Lacey says when she came out and told you what was going on, that you ran inside to take care of it.
Lacey's a fucking liar.
Is it a lie that you raped her on your second date? Is it a lie that you raped her on your second date?
What can I say? The bitch likes it rough.
Did Jen Cole like it rough too when you sodomized her in the back of your van?
No. That was a pity fuck.
So what happened to the deal that you cut with the DA?
I don't know. Ask them.
I did ask them. They said they yanked your deal because you lied under oath at Lacey's trial about a list of questions that she slipped you when you were both in county. Questions that you were good enough to answer in writing. Question. If I cover up that you helped Dory kill Jennifer, do you promise to love me forever and never beat my face again? Your written answer, I promise.
She changed the question.
Right, that's what you said under oath, but the DA knew it wasn't true because their own expert found that the handwriting was yours and Lacey's, with no changes, erasures, or alterations.
I don't care what the experts say. Lacey's a fucking liar.
Oh, she's a liar.
Are we done here?
Yeah, we're done.
Go on.
The problem is, I can't get the discovery I need to prove we deserve a hearing until after the judge grants one. What's discovery? Witness statements, police reports, evidence, interviews. So if they found an earring in Jen's condo with blood on it, they have to give it to you? The cops found an earring with Jen Cole's blood on it? Was it yours? No, it was Rusty's. They kept it out of evidence. My lawyer said it wouldn't help me anyway because Rusty told him the earring was mine. Which never made sense to me because if the cops really thought they had my earring with Jen Cole's blood on it, why didn't they use it against me? That's a good question. So we got witness tampering,
It suggestive, hard to prove.
perjured testimony.
That's your best shot. And the fact that the DA knew that at least half of Rusty's testimony was malarkey.
And they didn't even bother to go back and inform the court.
That's not nothing. Let's just hope that this judge, what's his name? Sumter, agrees.
Jameson Sumter?
Yeah. Friend of yours?
Oh, he was, one of my law school profs. Huge victims' rights guy.
Well, that's not good.
Really bad kisser. He really liked his students. particularly the female ones.
Mr. Barker, you ought to be in a good mood this morning.
Well, I'd like to point out to the court my celebratory cardinal and gold.
By the skin of their teeth, Mr. Parker. Are you a football fan, Miss McCall?
No, Your Honor.
Do I know you?
I was in your victims' rights seminar at UCLA.
Did you learn a few things?
More than a few.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Barker, apparently I was Miss McCall's law professor. Do you have a problem with that?
No, sir?
Miss McCall, do you have a problem with my sitting on the bench in this case?
As I recall, you passed me, sir.
I'll take that as a no. Well, Miss McCall, your petition raises sufficient reason to wonder at the quality of justice administered in Miss Stubbs' trial. I'm going to grant your request for unlimited discovery.
Your Honor, I'm concerned that without limits, the discovery process could become unreasonably burdensome.
Mr. Barker, Miss McCall can't very well get to the bottom of whether or not this case was prosecuted in a manner befitting the great state of California unless she has all the facts and evidence before her. Can she? The hearing is set for November 7th.
Coupons from Dunkin' Donuts. Dry cleaning receipts. Trying to bury us in an avalanche of crap.
You want to hear your horoscope for June 16, 2006?
Phone leads from 7 other cases.
You'll be on a learning curve as your horizons are broadened.
Memo says police took a statement from a neighbor named C.C. Clayman day out.
No,
No?
don't have it. Did you hear what he said?
No. Go ahead.
You recognize it? Yeah. It's my earring.
Rusty?
Lacey said she liked it, so I gave it to her. So you gave this earring to Lacey? When was this? Sure, I lost it.
They're coaching him.
I still can't get it right.
No. It's unfucking believable.
Do you have any idea why the cops might want to protect Rusty?
We hung out sometimes.
They were friends?
Welch and Rusty played poker together a few times and paintball. Maybe it wasn't so much they were protecting Rusty as they were hurting me, though.
Why would they want to hurt you? If your story doesn't make sense, we're gonna lose. Do you understand that? Why would the cops want to hurt you, Lacey? How about number 48? Can you make out what that says?
Yes, it looks like earring.
Any idea what earring that might refer to?
I believe that was a CZ stud belonging to Lacey Stubbs, which we found in the Cole residence. If I remember correctly, there was blood on it.
Rusty Burkhardt has a pierced ear, also. Is it possible that the earring might have belonged to him?
I questioned him about it, and he stated that he had given it to Miss Stubbs.
If you had Lacey Stubbs' earring with Jen Cole's blood on it, why wasn't it admitted into evidence at the trial?
It got lost.
It got lost?
Yeah, that's right.
Detective Welch, prior to Jen Cole's murder, did you know Rusty Burkhardt socially?
I'd seen him around.
Ever play poker with him?
No, I mean, maybe?
Did you ever play paintball with Mr. Burkhardt?
I don't remember.
What about Lacey?
What about her?
Did you ever see her socially?
No,
When she wasn't around when you were playing poker with Rusty?
I have no idea.
You think you might remember if she had been? I mean, she's an attractive girl, right? Somebody a man might notice.
This is bullshit.
Did you and Lacey ever date?
I'm a married man.
Is that a no?
I don't know what you're trying to do here, but I've never done anything with Lacey Stubbs.
I never said that you did. I just asked if you dated her.
Okay, well, for the record, I never talked to her, never looked at her, never laid a fucking hand on her until I arrested her.
Never laid a hand on her.
Finally, I'm done. We need to take a break.
No, I didn't say
You know
anything like
what?
that.
You can tell that fucking cunt if she wants to talk shit about me again, she's gonna fucking regret it.
Lacey, I need to know what happened between you and Detective Welch.
I can't. They said they have my baby. I gotta go.
Ma'am, you mind coming with me?
I wasn't drunk. Somebody hit me.
It's just routine. Take a nice breath inside this.
I'm so sorry, Mike.
a million times. Are you okay? I'm okay. My car's destroyed. Somebody tried to run me off the road. The police had me file a report, and then paramedics didn't want me to leave. Okay, well, we'll schedule another session. Oh no, I'm okay. No, please, I'm here. Can we just... I'm sorry. I have another appointment. Oh.
If I go and tell the judge that the cops framed you for murder, he's gonna want to know why.
They called the cops one time for us to beat my face. He just went ballistic. A couple weeks later, the day before my 18th birthday, Walter and another cop show up, asked me if I'm gonna press charges. I said no, because we already made up. And then Walter starts acting all weird and asking me if I'm alone. I'm just got this sick feeling, and I tried to run outside. They were both on me. And I could see Rusty staring up at me from the yard. They held me down and Walter punched me in my face. He said he heard I liked it rough. And then Rusty told him that I liked it up the ass, and then he said it. He took turns doing it.
Why didn't she report?
Well, who's she gonna report it to? Boyfriend rapes her? Cops rape her? She goes to jail and the guards rape her? It's amazing she's as intact as she is.
Intact for murders.
I don't think she did it.
Oh, really?
The cops need a guilty party. They're afraid Lacey will nail them on the rape if she gets the death penalty. They killed two birds with one stone.
The DA isn't gonna play along with this.
They didn't know. They relied on what the cops gave them. The cops fed them Lacey. It's fucking deja vu.
We're all waiting, Miss McCall.
Of course. Lacey Stubbs may be guilty of having bad taste in boyfriends, of being naive, of standing by an abusive man and lying to protect him. But she's not guilty of murdering Jennifer Cole. When I first took this case, I believed she was guilty. I'd read the news reports. She looked like a bad girl, straight out of the tabloids. But that's not the real Lacey Stubbs. This is. This photo was taken 2 months before Lacey started dating the real killer, Rusty Burkhart. Rusty transformed Lacey to his taste, attempting to change the girl next door into a dangerous femme fatale. He didn't actually succeed. Lacey Stubbs is not the dangerous person in this courtroom today. They are.
Quiet.
It sounds outrageous, doesn't it? But Lacey's in prison not because she's actually guilty, but because D.A. Brinkerhoff and the Hawthorne County PD decided she was guilty and set about fabricating a case against her. They withheld evidence. They suppressed witness statements. They coerced the defense witness to change key testimony, and then they invited the real killer, Rusty Burkhart, to take the stand and claim that Lacey had confessed to him. Police and prosecutors considered Lacey Stubbs trash, and they threw her life away without so much as a backwards glance. If it could happen to her, it could happen to any one of us. It could happen to me. It could happen to you.
keep a good woman down. Walk away. It's gonna get ugly.
What's the matter, Brinkerhoff? Afraid I'm gonna air your dirty laundry?
If you air mine, I'll be forced to air yours. And we both know you got a shitload.
Well, the good news is you're very photogenic.
What?
You might want to look at the paper.
Motherfucker.
So now you know. I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes just like you, big ones. If you want to get a new lawyer, that's your prerogative. But I am fucking good at what I do, and I intend to win this. Not just because it's important to me, but because I think you're innocent. And I think you got a raw deal. But you said it didn't matter if I was innocent. It matters to me.
Dr. Mirchandani, once the carotid is severed, how long can a person remain conscious?
Without medical intervention, typically a matter of minutes.
So unless Hazel Cole arrived home within minutes of her daughter being attacked, she couldn't possibly have heard her say anything, is that correct?
That's correct.
A car with a kind of patchwork paint job came toward me, swerving over into my lane. Looked like he was drunk.
The driver was a man, Miss Clayman?
Yes, he was. Should I say who he was?
If you know.
He was Rusty Burkhart.
And you told all this to the detectives?
I sure did. And they asked me if I'd be willing to come to court to testify, and I said I would, but they never called me.
Are you aware of Miss Stubbs' claims that she threw a pink garbage bag containing a butcher knife with Rusty Burkhart's fingerprints on it into the Tahunga River?
Well, I can't say that I actually heard her say that, no.
I'm reading from Lacey's January 26th statement. I put the knife into a pink trash bag. I drove over to Stonyvale Bridge and threw it in.
Is that a question?
Did police search the Tahunga River?
I believe so. No bag was found.
And did you participate in that search?
No, I did not.
You didn't.
No, I did not.
This is the tape of the search that police gave to the defense before Miss Stubbs' trial. Have you ever seen this tape before, Mr. Duncan?
I'm aware of it. No pink bag was found.
Police were searching for a pink bag because Lacey had told detectives that she had put the murder weapon with Rusty Burkhart's fingerprints on it into a pink trash bag and thrown it into the Tahunga River. Correct?
But we never found it.
Here's another tape. This one wasn't shown at my client's trial 5 years ago. It contains the exact same footage of the lake search, only this one happens to be a minute longer. Any idea what that might be?
No, ma'am.
But you're certain you didn't participate in the search.
That is correct.
So, Detective Duncan, that's not you?
That looks like me.
Because it is you, isn't it? What do you think that might be, Detective?
Looks like something caught in a branch.
A pink bag, maybe? Oh, there you are again. Would it surprise you to learn that the footage of the pink bag and the footage of you waving at the cameraman to stop filming were not on the tape given to Lacey Stubbs' counsel before the trial?
I just want to say, after seeing this tape, my memory is refreshed. That bag had just, I think, diapers or something.
So now you remember the bag.
You just showed it.
Which is why you remember it, right? Because your memory was refreshed. Are you certain that the bag contained diapers and not a butcher knife with Rusty Burkhart's fingerprints on it?
I'm certain.
As certain as you were that you did not participate in the search.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
And if the lion comes, Daddy roar at the lion and chase it all the way back to the jungle. And if the panda comes, Daddy would at the panda and chase it all the way back to the jungle. And if the bear comes,
Mommy will grab that bear.
no!
Well, Mommy can't play.
This is a daddy game.
photocopy of Hazel Cole's statement dated December 27th. The one that you took, is that correct?
Yes.
Do you see any mention of Hazel Cole saying she heard her daughter say Lacey did it?
Well, I remember her saying it.
But is it in the statement?
It's probably in a later statement.
Here's another statement that you took 3 weeks later on January 25th. Is it mentioned here?
No.
If Hazel Cole had mentioned that as she held her dying daughter in her arms, she had heard the words, Lacey did it, is that something that you would typically include in your report?
Well, she probably mentioned it at a future time.
You mean after you suggested that it might help you make a case against Lacey Stubbs?
Objection.
Sustained.
Do you remember Hazel Cole calling you to say that she'd found an earring several weeks after the murder?
Yes, I do.
And do you remember Rusty Burkhart saying the earring was his?
No, I don't remember that.
Your Honor, defense exhibit number 17.
Do you recognize it? Yeah. What is it? It's my earring.
Detective Welch, do you recognize the two voices on that tape?
Yes, I do. It's me and Rusty Burkhart.
And who did Rusty say the earring belonged to?
Well, if you play the tape further on there, he
I'm not
changes
talking
it.
about after you coached him. I'm asking you, right there, when you first asked the question. Did Rusty Burkhart say the earring was his? Yes or no?
Yes.
He held his gun to my throat. Then he moved it down between my legs. And he pushed it inside of me. I could feel the cold steel in me while he moved it in and out.
Can you remember anything about the gun? What it looked like?
It had letters engraved on the handle.
And could you read what they were?
It said raw.
Lacey, did you know either of the men who raped you?
One of them was friends with Rusty, Robert Welch.
And what happened then?
He got off of me and said if I opened my mouth, they would come back and do the same thing to my kid.
Did you ever see Detective Robert Welch again after the rape?
He was the one who arrested me.
Thank you.
Mr. Davis, please ask our friends in the sheriff's office to locate Detective Welch and invite him back into my courtroom. I want to warn the prosecution. I don't want anyone to discuss with Mr. Welch what was just brought up in here. Is there a problem, Mr. Barker?
Your Honor, my associate may be on the phone with Detective Welch right now.
What?
Well, I asked him to call him as soon as the rape allegation
What, a minute ago?
Well, obviously this whole thing is coming as a complete
God
surprise.
help you if someone's close this witness. You hear me, Mr. Barker? God help you.
I have an incident report here dated November 29th, 2007. Would you please take a look at it to refresh your memory? According to that report, Lacey Stubbs met you at the door with a bloody face, saying, Rusty has a butcher knife. I'm afraid he's going to kill me. Is that correct?
Yes.
And do you recall coming back to the same trailer 3 weeks later on November 29th to see if Miss Stubbs was intending to press charges?
No, I do not.
You don't remember that?
No, it never happened.
You don't remember pushing your way into the trailer and forcing Lacey Stubbs to have anal sex with
Objection.
you?
Sustained.
Where were you Saturday, November 29th, 2007?
I have no idea.
But you're sure you weren't raping Lacey Stubbs?
Objection. Sustained.
Dead sure.
You carry a gun?
Yes, I do, always.
May I see it? Is it engraved in any way?
Yes, with my initials. R-A-W.
It's okay, you suck. It's fine.
How do you like that? The prosecutor wants to negotiate on Sims.
You can't leave. I'm about to annihilate you.
The wheels of justice are turning, my dear, grinding down the innocent.
What about my closing statement?
Practice in the mirror till I get back.
The prosecution's case against my client demands that you believe two incredible things. The testimony of a known perjurer and probable killer who says that Lacey Stubbs confessed to him, and the dubious claims of Hazel Cole, who says she heard her daughter say Lacey did it. Excuse me.
Is there a problem, Mr. Barker?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Miss Cole would like a chance to address the court.
During my closing statement, this is
highly improper.
I saw Rusty driving past me as I was coming home that morning, too, just before I found Jen.
Well, the court should not be considering this. All the testimony is
McCall,
in.
if this person has information that's relevant to what actually happened, I want to hear it. Approach the bench. Are you telling us, Mrs. Cole, that after all this time, you're only just now remembering what happened on the morning your daughter was killed?
No. I told detectives at the time, and they told me I shouldn't dwell on it.
Detectives told you that you shouldn't dwell on it?
Yes, sir. And I guess I put it out of my mind, and then when the neighbor lady said that she saw him too, I'm Christian, and I try always to tell the truth, and I just felt I should tell you.
I commend you for your honesty. Something that is in short supply in my courtroom as of late. At this point, Mr. Barker, given everything that we've heard, wouldn't you say it's time to discuss some relief?
Your Honor, please, I just need a few moments.
We have had police detectives lying under oath, altering tapes, suppressing evidence. And now we have the victim's own mother, with no reason to lie, telling us she saw Mr. Burkhart fleeing the scene of the crime. I repeat, at this point, Mr. Barker, don't you think Ms. Stubbs is entitled to some relief?
I can see how one would think that, yes.
You can make your decision over the weekend, whether you want to put on your own witnesses and defend this case or not. In the meantime, I'm going to release Miss Stubbs into some agreed-upon custody.
He's letting her go. But don't you see? If I saw them, it means I got there within minutes. It means I could have got there when Jen could still speak.
No, Mrs. Cole. If you saw Mr. Burkhart leaving the crime scene and told detectives, it means they withheld exculpatory evidence. Thank you. You may sit down. Miss McCall,
Yes, Your Honor.
you're the obvious choice for custody.
Oh, I have plans to see my daughter.
I'm sure you'll work something out.
Welcome to my perfect life.
Because I want to see her. I don't have a car. You just fucking forget it.
You okay?
I'm out for 1 weekend in 5 fucking years, and my parents won't bring her to see me.
Are you really gonna let her go? Well, we'll know more Monday, but, it looks like things could finally go Lacey's way.
Things always go Lacey's way. She makes sure of it. Here. You interrupt me.
You just got through telling us you didn't intend to defend this case.
But to claim that she's
I have
innocent...
never seen a case in any jurisdiction where there has been as much prosecutorial misconduct.
But my point...
By my count, at least 5 state witnesses perjured themselves. We have obstruction of justice, witness tampering, evidence disappearing. There is a human being sitting here, serving a life sentence, based on testimony that your office has since disavowed. I find, by clear and compelling evidence, Lacey Stubbs to be actually innocent of first-degree murder. So she shall be immediately released. And I am going to add, she can never be tried in this state again.
Congratulations. I'll see you outside.
They were celebrating. Why?
Because your mama helped a lady out of a real bad situation.
My dad said she did bad things.
Well, people thought she did bad things because mean people told lies about her. So your mommy went to court and told the truth. She made the mean people play fair.
You mean the mean people play fair?
Yeah, baby.
Wow! I always knew you were a good babe, but boy, you tore him up in there.
How are you, George?
Good. Looks like Waterford's going back to trial. I need you back on the team.
Well, I'm not sure the other partners.
Everybody deserves a second chance. Even a stone-cold killer like Lacey Stubbs. How you doing, buddy?
I'm fine, buddy.
Call me.
Wow, babe.
Hey, you pay me $500,000 a year, you can call me babe too, babe.
Here's $500,000. Babe.
Don't encourage him.
Can I brush his teeth?
Not yet.
He had so much ice cream.
No, he's not up on the had ice cream. He had ice cream.
Gotta go now, sweetie. I'm gonna give you the tiny little mama. Take good care of her.
Hey. Stop. I need to talk to you about Lacey Stubbs.
I'm not interested in defending myself or the case.
My daughter is Dory Booth. Do you think that there's any chance that the new evidence you dug up might help her too?
Look, I don't actually do criminal defense. This
My
is...
daughter didn't kill anybody, but they put her in prison for the rest of her natural life. What if it was your daughter?
So the cops basically came up with a story that they wanted people to believe, and they sold it to the DA, and the DA sold it to a jury. And the jury bought it. Hook, line, and sinker. Isn't that what you did? I was under the impression that you wanted to discuss an appeal. Why? Because I'm not gonna lie to save myself. I did what they said I did. I held her down while Lacey cut her throat. But Lacey said that Rusty wasn't there. He dropped us off and he picked us up, but he was never in the condo. So Lacey can lie and say all kinds of things. And maybe you believe her when she bats her eyes and turns on the waterworks. But that's because you weren't there. But I was. And I know what happened.
Step out of the car. Keep your hands where I can see them.
You've got to be kidding.
Is there a problem?
I need you to step out of the vehicle.
Okay, you've had your fun. I'm gonna go now.
Lady, we haven't even begun to have fun yet. Get out of the car. I said, get the fuck out of the car now.
Face the car, put your hands behind your back.
I'm not doing anything. I haven't done anything!
No, but I could say that I found an open container in the front seat of your car, and in a court of law, it would be your word against mine, right? Accident assaulting a police officer? Resisting arrest? You have no good lawyer, do you?
This is bullshit!
No bullshit is Lacey Stubbs saying I raped her. That's fucking bullshit.
Your Honor, is a highly respected, well-known attorney in this jurisdiction for 13 years.
She's charged with assault on a Leo.
She thought her life was threatened.
That won't fly in my court, Counselor. January 26th. Bond is set at $5,000 unsecured.
Let's go, Cate.
I need to talk to Lacey.
She ain't here.
Do you have any idea where I might find her?
Took off the day after the trial. Ain't heard from her since.
Well, that ain't true. She called, asking for money.
Would you know where she was calling from?
Number came up as Stockton. She shacked up with some guy.
Said she'd be sending somebody to get her belongings, but so far, they're all set.
Lacey
Borrowed a necklace of mine. You don't gotta explain. Lacey's been taking things that don't belong to her whole life.
No. Do you happen to know the name of the man Lacey's staying with?
I don't remember his name. He's the one who was accused of raping her.
Detective Welch? No.
Not him. The other one.
That prison guard she was fucking.
Thank you.
Is Lacey here? What are you doing here? Make yourself at home. You the one you accused of rape? Oh, I never accused him. They said I couldn't consent because I was an inmate. So they fired his ass and bussed me off to bumfuck.
I talked to Dory.
Is she getting a new trial too?
No, she doesn't want one.
Never was too bright, that girl.
She still says you killed Jen.
You know, Dory wants to be all sweetness and Jesus now, but do you know she killed a girl back in Alaska who was going to tell her parents she was a lesbo? Yeah, put a rope around her neck, strung her up, and dumped her body in a frozen lake. Her parents moved like 2 months later so the cops wouldn't catch her.
Found this at your parents' house.
I read a lot of trash when I was in jail. What else are you going to do, right?
You mind reading this section? Okay, I'll read it. I could feel the gun against my throat. Then he moved it down between my legs, and I could feel the cold steel slide inside my cunt. The cop was fucking me with his piece as his cock tore me open from behind. He said that after Welch raped you, he threatened to do the same thing to your kid. But you didn't have a kid yet. You were still 6 months pregnant when you went to jail.
You might not have said a thing about a kid right then.
Welch didn't rape you, did he?
I knew he was a cop friend of Rusty's.
I have the initials on the gun.
I made that part up too, but everything else is true, I swear, in my daughter's life. Who the fuck are you to judge me? You try walking a mile in my shoes and see how pretty the world looks.
What would I see, Lacey? Jen Cole's terrified face as I cut her throat?
The judge said I'm innocent.
But you're not, are you?
What do you think?
Welch is dirty, Brinkerhoff's negligent, Rusty's a creep, and she's guilty. Jesus Christ, I did what I accused them of.
It's not the same thing, Kate. You know it.
We won the case based on a lie.
Forget about Lacey Stubbs. Focus on your custody hearing. You did your job. You did it well. So move on.
I'll see you up there.
When you've sat on the bench as long as I have, you get used to the fact that a trial is basically just a liar's contest. The point is, we send a clear message to law enforcement.
But she's guilty.
I heard about your assault charge.
It's all bullshit.
Who's the judge?
Hayes?
I'll see what I can do.
What do you mean?
I'll talk to him. Are you free tonight? The Renaissance, say 8:30?
My grandfather used to take me to the Renaissance. For lots of-
In that case, let's make it to Huntington. You're a good lawyer, Kate. You could even be a great one. Don't let a thing like this get in the way.
Dr. Weiss has submitted a report, which I have reviewed. It's her opinion that while the mother loves and cares deeply for her child, she's not able at present to fully focus on the child's needs. It seems the father has been a loving, stable force in his daughter's life. We certainly don't want to deny the child access to that stability because the father's compelled to move for employment.
Your Honor.
I'm not finished. You're going to work for Microsoft.
Yes.
I don't see that the child's rights or welfare would be prejudiced in this case.
Your Honor, she's 5 years old. I may not be the perfect mother, but I love my daughter more than anything in the world.
Well, it looks like you're going to get a chance to prove it.
I'll call you. Okay? Microsoft. Should have sued you for alimony.
I'm not asking you for anything.
No, just my daughter.
What's the difference, Kate? You're all right. You ride back in the saddle. You've got your high-profile cases, same old firm, crazy hours.
Listen to me, I
worked my ass off on that case so that I could prove to you and the judge and everybody else that I was capable of being my daughter's mother
You
again.
worked your ass off because you like to win. Augie doesn't need a mother who wins. She needs a mother who's there.
Then why are you taking her 1,000 miles away?
Tell you what. Move to Seattle for Augie. I'll share custody.
I can't move to Seattle, Josh. I practice law in California.
We're leaving in the morning, early. Maybe you could manage to stop by, say goodbye.
Just try and focus on the next right action.
Like what? Throwing myself off the 6th Street Bridge?
You got dealt a bad blow.
You think? I want a fucking drink.
The feelings, Kate. They come and go.
You don't know shit about my feelings.
I know you drink, so you don't have to feel.
Give me a break.
I've been where you are. It gets better.
Does it? You live in your office with a cot and a hot plate. You didn't just lose your fucking kid.
What, do you want to play some kind of misery contest? With me? All right, let's play, Kate. That'd be fun. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. God damn it. You will lose. You'll fucking lose completely. So please, just cut out the bullshit.
I can't do this anymore.
No, you can't do this anymore. No, you won't. What do you want to be, an old bag with a bottle of booze beside you?
I've heard enough AA bullshit to last me a lifetime. All the cute little things and the stupid fucking rules. It doesn't fucking work. I'm fucking done with all of it.
Hey, sit down.
You know, the AA losers and the dirty cops and the defendants lying out their asses. Go fuck yourselves.
Fuck myself. Sit down.
I put a man in prison for 11 years because I followed the rules. I just let a murderer walk because I followed the rules. And now I lost my kid because I followed the rules. You know what? Fuck the rules! Fuck you and fuck the fucking rules!
Oh, shit.
I'm meeting Jameson Sumter. Are you Kate? Yeah. I just wanted to say I'm sorry.
We spent our life savings fighting those awful charges. But if you love someone, you have no choice but to hold on to what you believe about them. Even when people say terrible things, you can't go with the evidence. You gotta go with your heart.
I really wasn't trying to hurt you. I truly thought I was doing something good.
The guy I know did 27 years for something you didn't do. He said you can't hang on to the hate. All these years I thought I wanted to hear you say you're sorry. But this is better. I like watching you cry. You know why? The hate is all you left me with. Hate is all I got.
right, that's it, that's it.
Anything in the world, and I always will. But when people say really bad things about a person, if you love them, you have to hang on to what you believe about them in your heart. You can't just go on the evidence. Because the evidence can get misrepresented and twisted until it's all a pack of fucking lies.
That's it. You need to get yourself some help.
I got help! This is the new improved me!
So I see. Got a call from the DA. The assault charges are dropped.
Actually, the piece of shit at the center of the universe.
Well, you're halfway, right, anyway? You want to keep feeling the way you're feeling right now. Well, just keep on doing what you're doing. If you want to feel better, figure out how you can serve something other than your own ego. So you made a mistake.
I didn't make a mistake.
So Lacey pulled one over on you, so the custody judge thought Josh was a better parent, okay? What are you gonna do about it? You gonna drink yourself to death so Augie has no mother at all?
For God's sake, I had a few drinks.
I'll save it, Kate. Save it for somebody that can't smell your bullshit for a mile away. You're drunk. Not because the world did it to you. Not because Wilson George turned out to be innocent or Lacey turned out to be guilty. You're drunk because that's the way you choose to handle it. And if you don't change, guess what? Nothing changes. You're a great and special person, Kate. But not for any of the reasons you think. Not because you're a great lawyer, or you're pretty, or because you win in court.
What's so great about me?
It's something you need to figure out for yourself.
I need 5 minutes.
We're appealing stuff.
Everybody knows you're appealing. I know how you can put her back in jail. The case could be made that she failed to exhaust her state appeals.
I could have you disbarred.
If you have me disbarred, you can't take credit for my idea. Can I talk to you?
Go fuck yourself.
I know she lied about the rape. I didn't know it then, but I know it now.
You know what your problem is? You can't tell the good guys from the bad
It
guys.
used to be a lot easier to tell the difference.
You're no better than me.
I don't think I'm better than you. I think I'm just like you. I want to get the bad guys too, and right now I don't care how to do it. They found a technicality. They're exploiting it. Maybe you noticed, but I'm back in fucking jail. As soon as the state denies our appeal, we go right back to federal court. Subjects all over the news saying he'll set you free again. Why would you want to represent someone you think is guilty? I don't make mistakes.
This case will come around again. And when it does, I intend to see that this poor abused woman is set free once and for all.
Douglas is moving over to Exxon. I want you with me in D.C. quarterbacking Waterford.
That's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, we'll head out tonight.
Oh, I'm with my daughter in Seattle this weekend.
Sorry, babe. You're in D.C.
Play your cards right and you're right back on the fast track.
Then we'll put on Henkel, say DBCP was well below damage-causing levels and that workers refused to wear protective gear. Sorry. Hey, I'm gonna miss my connection to Seattle. Can you see if there are any later flights?
Everything you want to know about Arturo Juan Gonzalez.
That's not the same guy.
Isn't it?
Okay, so check another airline.
Cell phone?
I entered my cell phone number. So if you ever need to talk to me, you just press that. That way I'll always know it's you. Hello?
Okay, Buck, we gotta go back to bed.
Could you just give us a minute? Sorry, I missed your party. I really wanted to be there. I know I let you down, and I'm really, really sorry.
It doesn't feel good.
Is he sick?
He ate too many cupcakes.
I'm not gonna make you any more promises. I'm just gonna do better.
I don't want the tiny mama anymore.
Let this go away, you make full partner by the end of the year, you have my word. Shall we?
Mr. Gonzalez, would you mind reading the first paragraph of this article? ¿Puede leer el primer párrafo de este artículo?
Arturo Juan González, convicto de asesinato brutal en Chiapas, México, 2003.
Arturo Juan Gonzalez convicted of a brutal crime in Chiapas, Mexico in 2003.
No, eso no está bien, es que yo no soy esta persona.
This isn't me. Mr. Gonzalez, I'm looking at your rap sheet. It lists murder, kidnapping, assault. Señor González, estoy mirando sus antecedentes penales. Y aparecen homicidio, secuestro y agresión. Sorry.
Cate. Mr. McCall.
I know you didn't kill anybody. Yo sé que usted no mató a nadie. We're just trying to make him look bad so that you won't give him what he deserves.
Your Honor, we need a recess.
Just give him what he deserves. Nice piece in the Times. Sure it's justice you want? Not a seat on the appellate court?
What are you worried about, Kate? That your client will go free?
You can't sit on this case. You need to recuse yourself.
All right.
Please be seated. Before us today, after a lengthy journey up and down the state and federal justice system, we have the habeas petition of Lacey Stubbs. I'd like to give both parties an opportunity to request additional testimony on topics that the court has not sufficiently addressed.
Did you ever socialize with Lacey Stubbs?
No, sir.
Did you have sex with Lacey Stubbs?
No, sir, I did not.
Did you rape Lacey Stubbs?
Absolutely not.
Do you know where you were on November 29th, 2007?
Yes, I was in Chicago with my wife and son.
So now you say you were in Chicago, November 29th, 2007.
Yes, that's correct.
And we're supposed to take your word for that?
You
could, or you could check my credit card receipts.
So is it still your testimony that Detective Welch raped you?
She said I wouldn't have to go through this again. Answer the question. Yes, he raped me.
I'm reading from the record now. Welch got off me and said if I opened my mouth, they'd come back and do the same to my kid. Is that still your testimony?
Yes.
But on November 29th, 2007, you didn't have a child, did you?
He said
It's
he
a simple
was...
yes or no question.
He said he was gonna rape my kid. Maybe he meant the one inside of me. I don't know what he was thinking.
Your Honor, I'd like to mark this State's 12. Do you recognize this book?
Not really.
Would you mind reading the underlined passage here? Starting with, I could feel the gun against my throat.
She's trying to fuck me! Let's go! I'm not cocksucker in the first place! You One of my sponsor's favorite sayings is, you can't change the wind, but you can adjust the sails. Water's been pretty rough here recently. Some days it's all I can do to hang on and hold my head up high enough so I can see the damn sails without getting my head knocked off, but I'm here. Again. Still. Gratitude's always been really hard. I want to say thanks. I won't be here without you.
Call me as soon as you land. And don't forget, you start over every single day.
One fucking day at a time. Oh, you're an asshole.
Did you figure it out yet? The great and the special.
Oh, I'm still working on it.
Oh,
Maybe that's it. Maybe I never give up.
well, that's not nothing.